Good afternoon, fishies. This is Around the Hoop, home of all PBA Sailfish basketball news, and I'm your host, Gavin Titherington. With the Sailfish season over, we can now recollect on the wins and losses we can take from the Sailfish. They ended the season with 15 wins and 16 losses, with their last game putting them under 500 with a loss to Eckerd. They have to go to Eckerd for the tournament which they qualified for tonight, February 28th, which is in Eckerd. Unfortunately, the PBA Sailfish did not have the season they were looking for. Lots of injuries plagued the season, and unfortunately, they couldn't come on top of games down the stretch in the fourth quarter. Obviously, with the season over, we have to look at some of the good parts of the season, where Sailfish beat Tampa in overtime 103-93. That was a huge win and a huge morale booster, as Tampa is PBA's biggest rival. We also see the Sailfish take a win against Florida Southern as well. And we have Zach Smith talking about that. Zach?
Well, recently we've been struggling with our defense. Our offense has been great. We've been averaging around I think 80 or 90 points these last couple games. We just need to pick up our defense though. We're giving up 55% from the field, giving up double-digit offensive rebounds, and we're one game up on Florida Tech right now in the standings, and we need to beat them to make the playoffs. So as long as we shore that up against these two games with Nova and Eckerd, we'll be good.
And obviously, if we look at the highs, we also look at the lows. The Sailfish couldn't finish down the stretch many games this season. We saw many games that were very close going into the fourth quarter, and the other team just stretched out a little bit farther than the Sailfish, and that's all they needed, as the Sailfish crumbled in the fourth quarter when they lost. Unfortunately, we cannot go back and replay those games. But they don't matter anymore. We are in the playoffs, where it is, if you win, you move on. If you don't, the season's over. And for seniors like Milos Kostic, his season is over, and so is his career. And lastly, the Sailfish cannot worry about the games that were in the regular season, because that is behind them. And what they really need to worry about is the playoffs now. The playoffs is one and done, as I said before, and the Sailfish need to come out on top. This has been Around the Hoop. Thank you. I am Gavin Titherington. Have a blessed day.